Good morning.
I do have a lot of people that are now following me, and basically when they see my let's see how the guests left the Airbnb videos, a lot of them think my videos are staged and fake. If you're an Airbnb owner or an Airbnb cleaner, especially if your vacation rental is by the beach, you know that a lot of people overbuy and eating out always wins. So no, they are real. People do leave a lot of leftover items, especially when they fly back home. We actually started homeschooling this year, and I got a lot of questions on why we're doing that. Since we run a cleaning business and now we're able to be more home with content creation and whatnot, we just thought it would be a perfect opportunity. No, our kids are not going to be socially awkward. They're still going to have their activities, be around people and stuff like that. And I feel like they love it, we love it. And if it ever comes to a point that they want to explore something else, well, why not? But right now, that's the decision that we made as parents. I love this moisturizer. I need to get the big bottle. Another question I get a lot is, well, is having an Airbnb cleaning business worth it? And you know what? Yes, I do think it's worth it. Just don't expect to get all of your customers on your first month, or just don't expect to get all of your customers on the first 2 to 3 months. You know, maybe you get lucky if you do some really good marketing, but it is very different from having a corporate job, because in order to get paid, you need to rely on yourself. So the work that you put into your business, that's what you're gonna receive back. Also, don't get discouraged if you put in all the work and you don't get instant replies. You need to understand that there are so many different cleaning businesses out there. I feel like a lot of people have realized that this is a big branch with so many opportunities. We're talking about residential cleaning, commercial cleaning, also the janitorial aspect. We have move in, move outs, real estate, all that good stuff. So there is a lot of opportunity in order to get work. My number one tip as a cleaning business owner would be to never ever underbid yourself just to get the job, because sooner or later you're just gonna regret that, and then you're gonna hate getting up and going to work. And if you started your own business, I feel like it was probably to get away from a toxic work environment and you wanted something more feasible, so don't do that to yourself. I get cleaners all the time asking me questions about Turno, and I'm gonna be very honest with you guys. Turno is a really great platform to work with Airbnb owners directly in order to cut off the middleman. However, if Turno is not working with you guys for a while, and it could be for so many reasons, it could be that you haven't set your settings correctly. Sometimes the distance you're willing to travel is set to like 10 miles. Maybe you have to play with that. Or maybe you have a lot of cleaners in your area, and right now there's like an oversaturation on the app. That can happen as well. But trust me, even if that does happen, because that happened to me in the beginning, usually slots end up being available. So don't give up on that. But without getting sidetracked, if one thing is not working, don't rely just on one platform. If you have any sort of business, you know that when it comes to marketing yourself and getting gigs, you can't rely on just Facebook, Nextdoor, or just on flyers or business cards. No, you need to put yourself out there. And nowadays we live in a world where everybody wants to book online, search on Google, and get fast answers. So you need to keep that in mind as a business owner. A lot of people don't want anything to do with being online, and that's completely okay. I feel like each person can do whatever they wish, but you need to be realistic that we do live in a world that online services is a big deal. And think of it, when you're looking for an answer, what do? You either go to Google, you either go to ChatGPT, whether you love AI or not, you go online and you find your answers. The question I get a lot when it comes to vacation rental cleaning is, how do I handle same-day turns? Same-day turns are challenging. They're the most challenging cleans ever, but the most important thing is to not take any unnecessary shortcuts and have a clear checklist of everything that you need to do. It doesn't matter how experienced you are, check off the things as you go. Especially if you work by teams, break it down in sections. That way everybody goes in and knows exactly where to go. As soon as I'm done, I'm not just taking pictures anymore. We're not just taking pictures anymore. We're taking videos. We're doing a whole walkthrough video of the entire home, just because some people nowadays like to get salty and scammy, and they like to say, hey, the oven wasn't clean, the microwave wasn't clean. Boom, bam, here are my pictures. Hello, Airbnb support. There you go. It gets annoying, but people do that. And one last question that I get all the time is, well, how much money can you make cleaning Airbnbs? And the answer is, it's up to you. A lot of people are like, what do you mean it's up to me? You need to give me a number, specific number. And the reason is because there's a lot of factors included. On my last video, I said you can make anywhere from $500 to $1,000 a week. A lot of people were like, wow, where are you getting those numbers? Florida, that's actually on the low side, but trust me, if you have a system, a business plan, and you just know your numbers, you can definitely get there. It's not easy, it's hard work, but it's definitely doable. And one last question that I get all the time is, how much do I charge? Well, I don't charge per hour. I know it definitely works for some cleaners, especially on the residential side. But when it comes to vacation rental cleaning, I prefer to just charge per project. That way, each and every time that I'm going into the project, I know, boom, I'm getting my $250, for example. And that way, it's easier for me to know, okay, well, if I have 20 or 30 cleanings this month, you know, I kind of know exactly what's my monthly income. It just makes it easier for me, like talking about this. But yes, if there is a very excessive mess, I'm not going to clean for the same rate. I'm just not doing it because it's going to take more time. I'm going to be picking out trash from the floor or having to load trash into my car to go and then later dump it at a dumpster just because people didn't take out the trash. So no, if it's an excessive mess, I'm definitely going to charge a little bit more. I think I went over all of the questions that I get the most. If you guys have any questions when it comes to Airbnb cleaning or just cleaning business in general, feel free to let me know in the comments and I will do my best to answer. Especially doing these one-on-one get ready with me videos, I feel like it makes it more interactive and more fun. Okay, thank you for joining me, guys, and don't forget to follow me over on YouTube. It is also D Takes Over Cleaning. In there, I just show daily motivation on cleaning my house, tackling my house, just real life stuff, a little unfiltered. So if you like watching those type of relaxing videos, go make sure to subscribe and go over there. Okay, this is a finished look, nothing crazy. Now it's time to get to work. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Bye, guys.